If you don't want to give your hard-earned money over to a traffic department in Australia, keep watching, because I'm going to tell you how myself and some people I know had to pay $1,597 in fines so that you know what not to do and you can hold on to your money. If you pay for street parking and it prints out a receipt, put that receipt on your dashboard where you can see it through your windshield. If you don't, you could get a fine of $70. Make sure that you pay for a longer time for parking than what you think you'll be, because if you go over it, you can expect to get a little ticket on your windscreen which will cost you about $100. If you're parking in the street, make sure that your entire vehicle, that's your wheels and your bumpers, are all within the lines of that parking bay. If you don't, you could come back to a fine of at least $107. Here's your car. You drive a tractor today. And here's the parking bay markers. And you go park. Let's say for whatever reason your wheels are within the parking bay but the front of your car is over this line, or the back of your car is over the line, you will get fined. All the roads around a school are part of the school zone, where you can only go 40 kilometers an hour between 7 and 9 a.m. and 2 and 4 p.m. when school is in session. So if you're driving 52 in a 40 kilometer zone during school zone times, you might have an officer jump out from behind the bushes and give you a fine of $250. Oh, the next one's a touchy one. Number 5 is cell phones. Now there are cameras all over that are tracking you to see if you are using your cell phone, and I don't recommend you ever do that because those fines are more than $1,000. But a friend of mine was driving with her cell phone in her lap. She wasn't actually using it. The traffic officer pulled her over for a check, saw the phone in her lap and gave her a fine of $350. And last but not least is number 6, and that is parking in a no stopping zone. Don't ever park where there's a sign that says no stopping. Sometimes there are times on that no stopping sign and that's when you aren't allowed to park there. Make sure that you never do. If you do, you could come back to find that your car is not there anymore. It's been towed and you will pay for the towing and the fine. How much does this cost? Towing, $300. The fine for parking in a no stopping zone during no stopping hours, $420. That's $720, which is quite an expensive mistake. That's $70 for not showing a printed parking ticket in a windshield, $100 for letting a parking meter expire, $107 for having your bumpers over the parking bay lines, $250 for going more than 40 kilometers an hour in a school zone during school times, $350 for driving with a cell phone in a lap, and $720 for parking in a no stopping zone. And that's how we get to $1,597. So be careful out there.